Why?
Because
Do you have a better idea? What's your idea?
What if? Okay, do you remember that episode on Friends when Joey and Rachel go on a date and they kind of start like pretending of what their moves are on each other? It's like, okay, well, what's your move to pick somebody up? And then
I don't remember it, but
well, anyways, Joey like does it on
Doesn't mean
Rachel.
anything.
Joey does it on Rachel, and it like actually works. And she goes, "Oh my gosh!" And so, what if we did something with them? And I asked,
I
Zachary,
see.
like, "Hey, like, what's your move? Like, pretend that
But
you and
do we know-
Tanya are on a date."
okay, so we
What
know he's
would-
single. Okay.
Yeah. So like, pretend you two are on a date. What
Mhm.
would be your move?
Your icebreaker. Let's make it not right. Maybe your icebreaker.
Okay, icebreaker.
I don't even seem so threatening.
Mm-hmm.
I think we learn from our mistakes, which we've done plenty of in the past.
Yeah. Which mistake are we talking about?
A lot. You know,
Yeah,
it's
no,
always
I know.
backfired. It never has worked.
Everything backfires.
Yeah, Glenn Close never worked. Any bad
Yeah, my-
Glenn Powell.
the reason it backfired was because Glenn Close was never here. So we were really let
no
down.
bachelor has worked.
Right,
No football
right.
player has
Our whole lives
worked.
are a big backfire. I
Okay, so
understand.
everything. So I think we need to
Yeah.
do the exact opposite, which is do nothing.
No, it's
No,
so
that's
boring.
boring.
We can't do nothing, but we need to be like we
You
need
need
to
to
be
play it cool.
Keep it
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, play it cool. Like,
Yeah.
don't go so
If he's an actor, would he be weirded out if we had him kiss
play out a scene.
Tanya?
Yes. Yes.
I like where your
Yes.
head's at, Sisney.
But if he's an actor, it really shouldn't phase
But he's
him,
not
right?
shooting a movie. He's in a radio
Well, let's
studio.
pretend we are shooting.
Maybe
a
we're
movie.
making like a fake YouTube video for the website.
no, we actually
Yeah.
are making a movie. Remember, we're making the next Bird Box.
Yeah, well, where did that project go? I haven't heard
Yeah.
about that in months.
It's
You
still
guys-
going. It's in pre-production. We're still reading through the script. and
I heard
things.
Glenn Close is going to have a role.
You
and
guys.
Glenn Powell.
All right. I think, Sisney, your idea is good. To Patty's point, let's just make it casual, though. Don't make it a big deal.
Just keep it cool.
All
Like,
right,
keep
well,
it cool.
maybe
Like just like we are now. This is right. This is us just calm.
Chill.
But how do we keep that cool? Like
We just
you're gonna
chill.
ask him about
Listen,
Shazam.
I can't tell you how to act. You just got to do it,
Well,
right?
we got to say that we were like talking about it before. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
we were
earlier in the
talking. We
morning.
were talking about icebreakers.
Icebreakers. Make it icebreakers.
Yeah.
Our topic today. Our topic of the day.
Okay.
Our du jour. Our topic du jour. He'll
Hashtag.
think it's a segment.
yeah.
All right, let's come back in 1 minute. He's coming up next. So excited. Keep it cool. On a Friday morning, Seacrest with you. Zachary Levi, Shazam.
Yeah.
Shazam. Shazam. He brought action figures to play with.
I mean, I did not bring them. That was a marketing ploy. Although I'm not hating on it. I mean, I call this Shazito. It's my little version of me. Yeah.
It's Shazito. It's great to have you in. So, people know you from Chuck, and they know you from Tangled and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. You've done a lot, but this, my friend,
Yeah.
is a global splash I have not seen. This does not come around often.
I agree. I
You know?
agree. That is not lost on me at all. I daily am kind of overcome with gratitude, to be perfectly honest. This whole press tour has been so incredible. We've gotten to go all over the world. I just got back from China, and which is a total bucket list. Never been there before, and
Yeah.
I'm going to China and these places. Mexico City soon for the first time. As a superhero.
As a superhero.
Yeah,
You're the
after,
guy.
Yeah, 20 years of kicking around in this town and this business and being super blessed to do all the things I've done prior to this, but this is just a whole nother
It's a new level.
Yeah.
You know what's great about your superhero character is that it's like one of the very few superheroes that actually likes being a superhero. It's like grateful to be a superhero.
Yes, yeah,
Right?
dude, it's so great. I mean, he's like honestly, of all the superheroes in all of the universes, I think the closest thing I could liken him to is Peter Parker,
Yeah.
because they're both young. I mean, I play a 14-year-old kid, basically. It's, the movie Big meets the movie Superman, essentially. And, there's an optimism and a youth and an excitement and I guess a somewhat unjadedness about a character like that. So I mean, ever since I was a kid, I've dreamt about being a superhero. Ever since I've been a working actor, I've wanted to play a superhero. So all of that wish fulfillment is happening for me, and I didn't have to rein any of it in when doing the job. I just got to be my super crazy, goofy 14-year-old inside.
I have to say, Zach, I think if any of us were superheroes, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I think this would be a consensus, that it would go to our heads. Like I think we would change in real life because we know that our job is to be a superhero. So I think it would give us a different real life walk, a different real life stance. I would speak in a different tone.
The minute we would have an action figure,
it would just
it
change us. Like it would go to our
There's
heads.
no way I'd be able to be cool after
Like don't
having
you
an
now
action
don't you when you
figure.
walk down the street or you're sitting in your car, you're like, you know what? You should be grateful you're next to me in traffic. I'm a superhero.
Yeah, no, I would hope not. I would hope not. I mean,
No?
look, in the movie we kind of deal with some of that thematically because Billy is Billy Batson, the 14-year-old that I play the adult-looking super version of. He's a 14-year-old foster kid, and he's literally his whole life has been trying to find his biological mother. And in the midst of that, he gets whisked away into this new foster home, and he's trying to figure that out. And then simultaneously whisked away to this magical realm, and this wizard named Shazam says, "I've chosen you as Earth's mightiest mortal, and here's this power. Say my name and become super." And when you give that 14-year-old kid who genuinely, if you're a 14-year-old foster kid who has never known his family, he doesn't know identity. He probably doesn't understand self-love and self-worth. And so all of a sudden he's given this huge power, and you see him abuse it a little bit in the movie because he doesn't really know himself. I mean, he's still a kid. He's still figuring it out. But his heart, his purity of heart is what ultimately is why the wizard chooses him. And I hope that if any of us were given those powers, we would ultimately, while we might stumble a little bit, exercising some of those strengths, we would ultimately choose good because, I mean, how amazing would that be to have the ability to go right wrongs and help people in ways that, we desperately need in this world right now.
Do you know the superhero that actually, I'm thinking about this, the superhero we would not be cast for, but the audition we would go to?